we'll show them that we will not tolerate tyranny. That we are not out of this fight, and they can push us no further. Who are we? That's the question. Are we people who love our country, who love freedom, the Second Amendment, freedom of religion, freedom of speech? Or are we so self-absorbed and lost in our stuff that all we care about is comfort, and we're plugged into our own version of the Matrix right now, and we don't want to risk anything to hold on to everything? I believe we stand on the brink of a second civil war or losing all of our freedoms. And there's only a few, maybe one chance that we have to avoid a violent conflict and to show the people who are trying to steal this election and the media types to suppress this, to suppress the stories and the evidence, that we won't take it, that we are to be feared and respected, and that they cannot push us any further. Right now, an old man, our president, who didn't need to do this job, who was a billionaire, who risked everything for us, to do a job that he would be hated for, to put his family at risk, to put his empire at risk, to put everything at risk, to have our backs and to fight for the little man, for the police officer, for the frontline soldier, not the deep state generals, to fight for each and every one of us. And now he needs us. He needs us all. You know, I'm reminded of a few movie scenes that say this, and I was going to throw them on the screen, but I thought that might detract from it or make it too long. So the first scene I think of is from Braveheart, where William Wallace is rallying the Scotsman and said, "What would you do without freedom?" And we're seeing that right now, and it'll only get worse with these social media platforms censoring, false fact-checking everything we say, shutting down hashtags because they just want to control this. They have to win at all costs because they know that Trump's going to remove their protections so that they have to force them to allow free speech. I'm also reminded of that a few minutes later in that, where Wallace is on the line and they have all the spears hidden on the ground and the cavalry's charging them, and it looks like overwhelming odds that they're going to lose. That there's nothing that can withstand that onslaught of the charging infantry. No one had won a battle without against cavalry, heavy cavalry, without heavy cavalry of their own. And he's screaming, "Hold, hold, hold," and then finally, "Now." Well, that's where we're at right now. On Saturday, there is the Million MAGA March in Washington, D.C. And I know far too many people who are not going. And you need to get out there and go. I'm busy. I run 2 companies. I've got family issues. I've got everything else that you guys got, but I'm going. Because the president has no one else. Which reminds me of the second scene of a movie. In Tombstone, when Doc Holliday is asked, "Why are you out here?" Because he's sick with tuberculosis and dying and coughing his lungs out. And Doc Holliday, get choked up even thinking about it, says, "Wyatt Earp is my friend." And one of the other characters says, "Hell, I got lots of friends." And Doc says, "I don't." Trump has no other friends, people. All he has is us, the people. He doesn't have politician friends. All the senators and all these other people that are out there, they're fair weather. They'll turn their back on him the second their political career, the winds shift the other way. I don't trust any of them. The media doesn't have his back. No one has his back. We have to have his back. And then the last thing is to show you how the last scene I chose to talk about from a great movie called Gladiator. And the scene is Maximus and a bunch of other gladiators just won a battle, and the Emperor Commodus comes down and tells him to remove his helmet, and he does, and they see that he's not dead, and he says, his name, and says that he's going to get his vengeance. And the Emperor turns and tells the guards to kill them, and they're getting ready to come in and kill them. And then the crowd starts booing, and they start chanting, "Live, live, live, live." That's our job right now. It's our job to show up on Saturday and to show them that the Trump presidency is alive and to chant "Live." Because we need to count every legal vote, and we need to expose all the cheating. But make no mistake about this. If Trump's gone, they're coming after every one of us. They're coming after our Second Amendment. They're coming after his supporters. There's already been a list out there of everyone and all the businesses that support him. They're coming after our freedoms, and they're coming after you. So what would you do without freedom? And why will you be out there on Saturday? Because Donald Trump is your friend. And then we'll get there and we'll show them that we will not tolerate tyranny. That we are not out of this fight, and they can push us no further. That's all I've got. For anybody who wants to travel with me or go with me, Patriot Crusader Mission is going to be driving up Saturday morning from Charlottesville, Virginia. You can message me for details. I don't know how many people I got coming with me right now. It looks like maybe 10. I'd love to have more just through safety and numbers, and I'd love to meet you guys who want to come. So who are you? Are you a person of your word? Do you support your country, and do you support your president? And are you prepared to fight for freedom? Because this is our last chance without bloodshed. That's all I've got for you. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless the President of the United States, and God bless America. Patriot Crusader Mission out.